Hello, everyone, and a massive welcome back to English with Podcasts. This is the one place on the internet where we make learning English easy, fun, and most importantly, part of your daily life. I am Emma.
And I am Leo. Hello, Emma. Hi, everyone out there in the world. It is an absolute joy to be here with you today. Emma, I have to tell you, I am feeling incredible. I have a huge smile on my face, I've got a spring in my step, and I feel like I could climb a mountain. I feel like I am finally in the driver's seat of my own life.
Wow, Leo, you are radiating positive energy today. You're practically glowing through the microphone. Did you win the lottery this morning, or did you just find an extra shot of espresso in your coffee? Because I need some of whatever you are having.
Neither. Actually, I had a very productive morning. Usually, I am the king of hitting the snooze button on my alarm clock. I usually say, 5 more minutes, I'm too tired, the bed is too warm, but not today. No excuses today. I got out of bed at 6 a.m., I did some stretching, and I even spent 20 minutes practicing my Italian verbs before I even checked my email.
I am so impressed. You really are a superhero today. You've conquered the most difficult person in the world, yourself. That early morning discipline is exactly what we talk about when we discuss rising to your potential.
It wasn't easy, but I feel strong. It's amazing how much better you feel when you just do the thing you've been avoiding. And you, Emra, how is your morning going?
I am doing wonderful, thank you. I am currently sipping on my favorite vanilla latte, the sun is streaming through my window, and I am ready to dive into a topic that I know is going to change some lives today. It's a topic that hits close to home for everyone.
I can't wait. But wait, Emma, before we reveal our big topic for the day, we have to do our small favor for the community. It's our little ritual, isn't it?
You're right, Leo. Let's pause for a second. Everyone, if you enjoy our conversations and if these podcasts help you feel more confident and motivated, please click the like button right now. It takes 1 second, but it tells the YouTube algorithm that our lessons are helpful for learners just like you.
And if you want to join our family and travel with us on this journey to fluency, please subscribe to our channel. We are making these videos specifically for you, and we don't want you to miss a single story or a single aha moment.
Also, if you know someone, a friend, a sister, a coworker, who always says, "I wish I could speak English, but it's just too hard," please share this episode with them. This might be exactly the push they need to stop wishing and start doing.
That's a perfect idea, Emma, because today's episode is all about that push. We are calling this Stop Making Excuses and Start Speaking. It's time to rise above the buts and the maybes.
I love that. Rise above the buts. Leo, in your opinion, what exactly is an excuse? How would you define it for our B1, B2 learners who are trying to understand the psychology behind their own behavior?
That's a deep question. I think an excuse is a creative story we tell ourselves to justify why we aren't doing the hard work. It is a shield we use because we are tired, or more often, because we are afraid of failing. We build a wall of excuses to stay safe.
That's very insightful. It's a story we tell to make ourselves feel better about being lazy or scared. I do it too. Yesterday, I told myself I couldn't record my solo video because the lighting wasn't perfect. That was a total excuse. I was just nervous about the script.
See, even the experts do it. We say, "I will do it later," because later feels safe and comfortable, but later is a trap or dreams go to die. Today, we want to look at the most common excuses English learners make and show you how to smash them into pieces.
Let's start with the heavyweight champion of excuses, the one I hear every single day in my emails and in my DMs. I don't have enough time.
The classic. "I'm so busy, Leo. I have a 9-to-5 job. I have kids who need help with homework. I have to cook dinner. I have to sleep. Where is the time for English? I'm not a robot."
It's true. Life is incredibly demanding, but here's the rise secret. You do not need 3 hours of silent study at a desk to get better. If you wait for a free hour where the house is quiet and your work is done, you will wait for 10 years.
I used to think that way. I thought if I didn't have a big textbook, a high-quality highlighter, and a quiet library, I wasn't really studying.
I was waiting for perfection.
That is the old school way of thinking, and it's actually a barrier to your success. Think about micro-learning. Can you find 5 minutes? Everyone on this planet has 5 minutes.
What can I actually do in 5 minutes, Emma? It feels too short to learn something complex like grammar.
In 5 minutes, you can listen to the first part of this podcast while you wait for your kettle to boil. You can learn 3 new phrasal verbs while you're in line at the pharmacy. You can even talk to yourself in the shower.
Talk to myself in the shower? My neighbors will think I finally lost my mind.
Let them think you're crazy. You'll be the crazy person who speaks perfect English at their next job interview. Try describing your day in real time. Say, I am putting on my blue shirt, I am looking for my keys, I am feeling a bit tired but motivated. This uses no extra time because you are already doing the task.
So we are stocking English on top of our daily habits. I like that. It's like a buy one, get one free deal for your time. No more I'm too busy. If you have time to brush your teeth, you have time to learn a sentence.
Exactly. Now, Leo, let's move to the second big excuse. This one is more about the internal voice in our heads.
Yes. English is too difficult for me. I'm just not a language person. My brain prefers numbers. I hear this a lot from engineers or accountants. They think their brain is wired differently and can't handle vocabulary.
This is what psychologists call a fixed mindset. They believe their intelligence is like a statue. It can't change. But the truth is, your brain is like a muscle. It grows when you lift heavy new words. It's called neuroplasticity.
But Emma, some people look at the English language with its silent letters and weird idioms, and they feel like they are standing at the bottom of a vertical cliff.
That's because they're looking at the peak of the mountain. Don't look at the peak, look at your feet. Just take one small step today. If you try to learn the entire English language in a week, you will fail and you will quit. But if you decide to master just one specific situation, like how to introduce yourself at a party, you will feel a small victory.
Small victories. That is a great phrase for our listeners to circle in their notebooks. A small victory gives you a hit of dopamine. It makes you want to come back tomorrow. You start to think, hey, I actually can do this.
Exactly. Learning English isn't a race to the finish line. There is no finish line. It's a lifelong journey. You don't have to be the fastest traveler. You just have to keep your feet moving.
That leads us to the scariest excuse of all, the one that keeps people silent even when they know the answer in their head, the fear of making mistakes.
This one is the silence killer. People are so afraid of being judged, laughed at, or looking stupid that they choose to say absolutely nothing. They stay in their shell.
I was exactly like that with my Italian. I would go to a cafe and I knew exactly how to ask for my espresso, but I was so afraid I would mispronounce the word that I just pointed at the menu like a child.
And did you feel good about that?
No, I felt invisible. I felt like I was losing my personality because I was afraid of a mistake.
Here's the secret, everyone. Mistakes are the evidence of progress. If you aren't making mistakes, it means you are staying inside your comfort zone. And as the saying goes, nothing grows in the comfort zone. You have to be willing to be bad at English before you can be good at it.
That's so true. Think about a baby learning to walk. The baby falls down 50 times a day. We don't look at the baby and say, wow, you are a failure. You have no talent for walking. You should just give up and crawl forever.
No, we clap, we take videos, we say, come on, you can do it, one more step. We need to treat ourselves with that same kindness. Be your own biggest fan, not your biggest critic.
I always tell my students, communication is more important than perfection. If I understand what you want and you understand what I say, we have succeeded. The grammar is just the decoration on the cake. The cake itself is the human connection.
I love that. Communication is the cake. So if you say, I go to store yesterday, instead of I went to the store yesterday, guess what? I still know exactly where you went. Goal achieved. The ED at the end of the word doesn't change the fact that we shared information.
Now, Emma, let's tackle a new excuse.
I hear this one a lot from people living in non-English speaking countries. I don't have anyone to talk to. How can I speak if I'm alone?
This is the social excuse, and in 2026, it just doesn't work anymore. You are never truly alone when you have a smartphone.
But it feels different talking to a screen than talking to a person, doesn't it?
It does, but you have to build the muscle first. Record yourself on your phone. Listen back to it. It will be painful at first. Nobody likes the sound of their own voice. But it shows you exactly where you need to improve. Plus, there are millions of people online in language exchange groups who are just as lonely and eager to talk as you are.
So the I have no partner excuse is really just I'm afraid to look for a partner.
Exactly. You have to be the one to start the conversation. Don't wait for a native speaker to knock on your door and ask to chat. It's not going to happen. You have to go find them.
We also have to talk about age, Emma. I'm too old to learn. My brain is like dry cement.
That is a total myth. I am too old to learn is perhaps the most scientifically incorrect excuse there is. In fact, learning a language is the fountain of youth for your brain. It creates new neural pathways that keep you sharp and prevent diseases like Alzheimer's.
So it's not just a hobby, it's a medical necessity.
Precisely. You might learn differently than a 5-year-old, but you have better vocabulary in your own language and better logic. You can use those to your advantage.
That's very encouraging. Now we have to talk about the wallet excuse. I don't have money for expensive private tutors or those fancy apps that cost $50 a month.
15 years ago, that was a valid reason. But today, you have everything you need for free. You have YouTube, you have podcasts like this, you have free news articles. You don't need a fancy school. You just need a plan and attention. Attention is the most valuable currency you have. If you spend your attention on English instead of scrolling through social media, you will become fluent.
Spend your attention. I'm going to write that on a sticky note. So if we stop waiting for the perfect time and we stop waiting for enough money, what are we really waiting for?
We are usually waiting for Monday.
Oh, the magic Monday. I'll start my diet on Monday. I'll start English on Monday.
Monday is a ghost. It never arrives because when Monday comes, you are tired from the weekend, work is stressful, and you push it to the next Monday. The only day that actually exists is today, this hour, this minute.
That is so powerful, Emma. I think our listeners are feeling the fire now. Action is the only cure for fear. When you move, the fear disappears.
I hope so. Let's summarize our 4 main pillars of rising for everyone listening.
Point 1 is the time hack. Stop looking for 60 minutes of perfect study time. Start looking for 5 minutes of hidden time. Use your dead time, commuting, cleaning, or waiting to immerse your ears in English.
Point 2 is the small step strategy. Don't try to be a native speaker by Friday. Focus on small victories. Master one new phrase about your job or one new way to say thank you every day. Success is just a long chain of small steps.
Point 3 is the bravery rule. Accept that you will sound a bit silly sometimes, and that is a good thing. It means you are growing. Choose communication over perfection. A broken sentence spoken with a smile is 100 times better than a perfect sentence that stays trapped in your head.
Point 4 is the power of now. Kill the Monday excuse once and for all. Start right this second, even if it's just repeating one sentence from this podcast or writing one word in the comments.
Emma, I feel like I need to go and do something challenging right now just to prove I am in control. I'm going to go finish that difficult report I've been avoiding.
That's the spirit. I'm going to go practice my French verbs. Well, everyone, we are so incredibly proud of you for listening to the end of this episode. Just by listening to this long conversation, you have already improved your English today. That is a victory.
Before we go, we have a challenge for you in the comments. It's time to be honest.
Yes, we want to hear from you. What is one excuse you are throwing in the trash today? Is it I'm too busy? Is it I'm too old?
And what is one small action you're taking right now? For example, I'm throwing away the no partner excuse and I'm going to talk to the mirror for 2 minutes tonight.
We read every single comment, and it truly makes our day to see you rising above your challenges.
If this episode gave you a bit of motivation, please share it. Let's help the whole world stop making excuses and start connecting.
Thank you for listening to English with Podcasts. You are amazing, you are capable, and you are ready to speak.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye bye.